unit. These are their stories.
Oh, sweet boy. How old is he?
He is almost 2. Oh, nice, on your stomach.
Is he your only?
For now.
Well, let me tell you something. Enjoy it. Because I thought it was tough as one, and then I had my second child. I have a 14-year-old son.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, little kids, little problems, but honey, big kids.
Big problems.
You know it.
All right, you want to go again?
Lily's 15. She walks home from school by herself.
Yes, but she's never late, so I called her principal, who said she was out today.
And her cell goes right to voicemail.
Something's happened to her. I know it.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Evans, let's just back it up, all right? When was the last time you saw Lily?
This morning, she left at 6:15.
Why so early?
Swim team practice at Asphalt Green. We called them. She was there. Left around 7:30.
What about friends, boyfriends? Any place she might have gone?
No, we called everyone. Nobody's seen her. She just vanished.
And you know, teenage boys, the attitude, the hormones, the smell of the room. I mean, they don't mind it so much. They'd rather die than be seen with you, but still, the whole thing.
Whoa, I should actually get Noah home.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, let me get your number for a play date. It would be great to get the kids together.
Noah! Noah! Noah? Noah? Did you see where he went?
No. Well, there's Hudson.
Noah?
You stay right there, sweetie.
Noah!
So you say you called her boyfriend?
Peter, he's more like a friend. They've known each other since pre-K. He hadn't seen or heard from Lily all day.
Is this her iPad? What's the password?
She doesn't have a password.
Yeah, she does. What's her cat's name? Her birthday?
Noah? Noah!
You want me to call the police?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby. Oh, no, you gave Mommy a scare. You gave Mommy a scare.
SVU gets called for missing teens now? The lady's a clerk at the DA's office. She didn't want lights and sirens outside. All right, well, it's not even 6 o'clock. She's probably out getting high with friends. Look, we made a courtesy call, but unless there's contact with an older male...
If it's a junk case, we'll kick it back to the precinct.
Hey, George, glad you're here.
What is it? What did you find?
You said that your daughter's friend's name was Peter?
Yes, but he doesn't know where she is.
Lily ever talk about a guy named Diego?
She doesn't know any Diego.
Yeah, she does. She was texting him some photos this morning. This is Diego. Do you recognize him?
That is no one that Lily knows, I'm sure.
How about we track him down and ask? Lieutenant, that email was just an update. You didn't have to come in. I'm here so you can get some downtime.
Okay, actually, you should have called me earlier. How long's this child been missing?
Maybe 12 hours, but she's not a child. She's 15 years old and probably a runaway. She's been sexting a secret older boyfriend.
How much older?
We don't know yet. Guy has a pay-as-you-go cricket cell.
Okay, and no trace of her cell phone?
She must have shut it off. Finn's retracing her steps since her morning swim. Parisi's talking to the parents, but you know how that goes. Their daughter would never run away.
All right, okay, so you're pulling in Lily's friends, going through cell phone records, social media.
Check, check, and check. I had her description, red gym bag, denim jacket sent out to roll calls, also flagged a debit card.
Okay, so no history, no trouble at school?
Well, she has been acting out. We found cigarettes and condoms in her bedroom, and you don't want to see the
Sergeant,
selfie.
Lily's friend Peter Best is here.
Thanks for coming in. Peter is close with Lily. This is Lieutenant Benson.
Thank you for all your help, Peter. So you're Lily's boyfriend?
More like in the friend zone. But I really like her and I'm really worried about her. You said you might know who she's with?
Did Lily ever mention the name Diego?
No. But she's been weird lately.
Yeah, what do you mean?
She's been cutting class and leaving at lunch and not coming back.
Okay, is there anything else?
She smelled like cigarettes a few times. Or maybe pot.
Acting out? That's not like our daughter. Have you figured out who that man from the picture is?
We've been trying to track him down now.
Okay, tell us about her behavior, all right? Any changes? Any new friends?
Teens get moody, but not Lily. She's always smiling. She's always singing.
She likes cats and swimming.
Why haven't you sent out an Amber Alert?
Because we just need to be certain that it is indeed an abduction.
Well, of course it is.
She said she couldn't talk to her parents. That they don't understand her.
Okay, when she cut class, would she tell you where she went?
No, but she's been hanging out in this new squad. A whole new group of friends.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
She said that she wanted to go from a pool girl to a cool girl this year.
Okay, and where do the cool girls hang out?
They've been crashing frat parties over at Tompkins Square.
Diego, my man. Ready to party? Yo, what's up? It's quiet in here.
NYPD, put your hands up. Put them up.
You knew about this? You set me up?
Don't talk to him, talk to us.
No weapons. Found some weed, though.
Where is she?
I don't know who that is.
About now.
Yo, anything she says about me is a lie.
Yeah, when was the last time you talked to her?
When I found out she was 15, 15 will get you 20.
You got that right. 15 also makes those photos on your cell phone child pornography. Let's go.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know what happened to her. I was at work this morning. I was there all day.
Keep saying he was at work. Anybody check his alibi for this morning?
According to the RIP City website, he was teaching extreme combat class all morning.
And he has no connection to where Lily swims.
None. That's Upper East. He's in Brooklyn. Uni's checked his apartment. No sign of the girl.
He swears he's been in Brooklyn since last night. Only came into the city when Kyle asked him for weed. Also, Lily's not the only girl sexting him. I don't think he's good for this.
Look, we have enough to hold him, Finn. See if there's anyone that he could think of that Lily might be hanging with. 16 hours. She could be anywhere.
Yeah, along with all the other teenage girls who slipped out tonight.
Look, my dad has a saying, little kids you find, elderly you find, teenagers you solve. She's hooked up with someone she knows. We just gotta find out who that is.
No offense to your father, Dodds, but the longer this goes on, the less likely that scenario is.
Hey, I got something. Homeless guy just tried to use her debit card. Said he found it when he was looking for cans and bottles. Unis are with him.
Like I told those other officers, I didn't take that card. I found it.
Okay, Stan, why don't you tell us where you found it?
Right there, in that bag.
That's her bag.
Okay.
They found it under the West Side Highway.
Did this homeless man hurt her?
We don't know yet. We're just, we're bringing him in now.
Where is she? We're going up there.
It's probably best if you stay here. We're grid searching here.
No.
Why don't you have a seat?
Come on, let them do their job.
Okay, just have a seat right there. Suzanne.
Hey, we're gonna open it, okay, Sarge?
Yeah, I'll come live in the ME. You okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Couldn't this be a mistake? Someone else?
We are so very sorry for your loss. If you're ready, it would really help us if you'd be able to make a preliminary ID. Is that something you think you might be able to do?
That's her. That's Lily. Who did this? That homeless man?
We're talking to him, but he's a bottles and cans guy.
He has no, history of violence.
He had her ATM card. It must have been him.
Doesn't matter. She's gone. Patrick, Lily is gone. I have to see her.
As soon as the ME is ready.
Cause of death was epidural hematoma from blunt force trauma to the back of the skull. She died from a slow bleed to the brain several hours after the initial blow.
Sexual assault?
No evidence of penetration, no trauma to the mouth or throat. But her clothing was torn, and I did find DNA under her fingernails and semen on her thigh.
Enough for a match?
I asked the lab to send over anything they find.
Dr. Warner?
Belinda, this is Dodds.
The new sergeant. This your case? I'm still working the autopsy.
Is there anything I can tell the parents? What about time of death? Can you tell me that?
Between 4 and 8 p.m., approximately.
So, when we were with the parents yesterday around 6, she was still alive?
At that moment, I can't say with certainty.
All right, why don't you tell me where you were yesterday morning? In St. Luke's ER. My diabetes was acting up, and by the time they let me out, someone had stolen all my cans. So I was happy as hell to find that card. St. Luke's, huh? You better not be lying to me.
What's going on?
Well, hospital security just showed that Stan was in the waiting room from 3 a.m. until noon, and the ER just confirmed that he was discharged at 4 p.m.
Our guy's still out there.
Then we go back to the pool, re-interview everyone. Someone saw her.
Melinda, you got something.
I'm not sure. We usually don't do this in New York, but I was so frustrated I asked the lab to do a less stringent familial search.
We'll take whatever you got.
No match. The perp's DNA wasn't in CODIS, but there was one partial match in the database, a 15% overlap.
15%? That's closer than a stranger.
A sibling?
That would be more of an overlap. Both samples also have an allelic dropout on the Y chromosome at the same loci.
So the DNA in CODIS shares that dropout with the DNA from Lily's killer.
Right. Now, maybe it's just a coincidence, but that and the overlap together, if I had to guess, the DNA profile in CODIS is a close male relative to the killer. Maybe a half-brother.
What's his name?
Brendan Cahill.
NYPD, we need to talk to you.
Yeah, let's go in here. I had nothing to do with this.
And maybe not, but you know who did. We got a familial hit on your DNA.
What does that mean?
Your DNA's in the system, right?
I was trying to catch a train and my card wouldn't swipe, so I jumped the turnstile. I knew I shouldn't have pled guilty. That gives you the right to threaten me?
So you feel threatened? A little girl was murdered.
We need a list of all your male relatives.
I can't help you.
Yes, you can, and you will. You didn't do it, but somebody in your family did. We know you have a half-brother on your father's side.
Then you know more about me than I do. I'm adopted. I have no idea who my birth father is.
What about your birth mother?
I got a name and an address from the registry in Albany when I turned 18, but I never contacted her. Look, I'm sorry that a girl is dead, and if I could help you, I would.
Okay, just give us your mother's name.
I gave him up for adoption over 30 years ago. I told the registry that he could contact me, but he never did. What is this about?
I know this must come as quite a shock.
Did something happen to him?
We're investigating a murder of a young girl.
We have a DNA lead. We just need to know who his birth father was.
I'd rather not. I was 16. The guy was married.
Well, his wife won't ever have to know. We just need to talk to him.
Well, that's gonna be tough. He passed away 5 years ago. Ray Marino was his name.
Did he have any other children?
I believe he had 2 sons. They would be in their 30s by now. George and Robbie Marino.
2 kids.
Would you, by any chance, have contact information for them?
Look, his widow still lives in their house here on City Island. The boys are here, too. They used to come into the restaurant sometimes. I think I might still have his home number, but please don't tell Camille about me and Ray.
No need.
Hey, can I ask you something? My son, what is his life like?
He's successful. He seems to have found his way.
We're almost done, Mr. Marino.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure that I follow. My name and my brother's name came up in a criminal investigation?
Where were you yesterday, Mr. Marino?
I was at my office in Midtown. I'm a lawyer.
We're talking early morning, 7:30.
I was in my car driving in.
And your GPS and Easy Pass will confirm that?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. What is it that you guys think I've done exactly?
Do you recognize this girl?
No, not at all.
She was murdered yesterday.
Not by me.
What about your brother, Robbie? You know where he was yesterday?
Look, I gave my DNA. You think I'd be talking if I did anything to this girl?
Well, we appreciate your cooperation. Now, tell me where you were yesterday.
I'm trying to remember.
You need to tell me, Robbie, the truth.
I crashed in my brother's office. He lets me sleep on a couch there when I work nights.
You work as a roadie, right?
That's right.
Right. You use blankets and ratchet straps like these when you're moving equipment?
Yeah, so?
So this girl's body was found wrapped in a moving blanket. The same brand of moving blanket that we found in the back of your van.
Everybody uses that kind of blanket.
That may be, Robbie. But not everybody was arrested 2 years ago for aggravated sexual assault.
I was acquitted on all charges.
Your brother defend you on that?
The complainant was some groupie. She didn't even testify.
After you paid her off?
The jury believed Robbie.
Did you believe him? Probably not, right? I get it. He's your little brother. You cover for him.
Robbie's struggled. If there's a smart way or a stupid way, Robbie does things the stupid way.
Which means you've had to make excuses for him your whole life. How old were you? 9 or 10 when your old man pulls you aside and tells you whatever you do, you look out for your little brother? You're a decent man, and you have a conscience. Robbie's saying he was with you all day yesterday, but that's not true, is it?
No. He's been brought in by the police before. He gets high, he forgets where he's been. So I told him if he's ever taken in to say that he was with me.
Let me ask you something. Is Robbie capable of doing something like this? Killing this girl?
I hope to God he isn't.
I was with my brother. I was with George.
No, you weren't. We've been over this, Robbie.
Your brother gave you up. He told us he has no idea where you were that day. Let's start from the beginning, okay? When you first saw Lily alive, in her denim jacket with a red gym bag.
I can't look at that anymore, please.
You can, Robbie.
I can't look. Please don't make me.
No, you don't get to close your eyes. Not yet.
Liv.
Hold on. Maybe getting somewhere.
Should be. It's been 6 hours.
Do you have anything that can help them out? Video, forensics?
See if you was still checking on his van and the moving blankets.
Okay, so no blood, no hair, nothing. Call Melinda. Put some pressure on her.
You know what I think? I think she saw you first. She started flirting with you, right? She gave you that little smile.
I don't know.
She's flipping her hair around. I mean, she looked right at you, didn't she? And she came over to the van. Wanted a ride. Is that what happened?
Maybe.
And once she's in the van, you figure, hey, she wants it. I mean, she wants you. She takes off her jacket, her little t-shirt.
Just want to sleep.
Well, you can't sleep. Once you told us the truth about what you did to Lily.
Once you tell us she got into your van.
Yeah. Okay. She got in the van.
All right, she was nice to you at first, maybe gave you a kiss.
But then she changes her mind. She starts crying, right? Don't you hate when they do that? She put it out there, then she takes it away. Nah, that's not right, Robbie. That's not right.
No.
She was taunting you. Yeah, that made you mad.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah, no one does, Robbie. Look, we all know what happened here, but we need to hear it from you. You tell us this, it's all over. You'll feel better, believe me. I'm gonna get a pen and paper. We're gonna put this to rest. He is right on the edge.
Pull him out. We're done with him.
Did you hear what he was saying?
He's not our guy, Sergeant.
The DNA on Lily's body doesn't match either of these brothers.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, then who? Are we back to the half-brother Brendan?
No, none of them. I do think these three are related to the killer, possibly another half-brother.
And Ray Marino fathered them all?
I can't be sure. I need Ray Marino's DNA.
Melinda, he's been dead 5 years.
Well, maybe his widow kept a hairbrush, a razor, something.
No, she doesn't even want to talk to us.
Well, there is another option. Was he buried or cremated?
Pics for your Facebook page.
These for Rollins. She's gonna be pissed she missed this.
How's she doing?
Bed rest, bored out of her mind.
So, Ray Marino, do we got a match?
Yes. Ray Marino fathered Brendan Cahill, who was adopted. The two City Island brothers, George and Robbie Marino, who are cleared. So, somewhere, at some point, he had at least one other son with a third woman.
Okay, so Ray was a player. Anything else that we can go on? Height, eye color?
Nothing definitive. Male Caucasian, European descent. Mother isn't Asian or black.
And what about timeline? Like, can't you tell age with that epigenetic stuff?
The science isn't really there on specifying age from DNA, but I did take another look at the semen on the body.
You can tell age from semen?
Not precisely, but if I had to guess, I think your killer is the last born of the four. He's closer to 20 than 40.
Okay.
Given the age spread, it's likely a second or third marriage.
It's not. Ray Marino was married to the same woman till the day he died.
Yeah, but he was a dog. I mean, he fathered Brendan out of wedlock. Now we know he fathered somebody else.
So we're looking for the illegitimate son of a dead man.
Mrs. Marino, we are so sorry for what we did to you and your boys. The good news is that they had nothing to do with...
Of course they did, and I told him that when he came to the door.
Yes, you did, but even so, there is a bad guy out there, and he assaulted and killed a young girl.
Oh, well, we have nothing to do with that.
Right, but it may have something to do with your husband.
How? Ray passed away 5 years ago this month.
And we believe that he may have taken a secret with him. We weren't sure before we checked the DNA, but your husband had another son. And were you aware?
No, that's not possible. We started going out in the 8th grade. 40 years we were in love.
40 years, that is a long time. Were the two of you ever separated? Did his work ever take him away?
His work? He was a driver for the New York bus service. He never missed a shift. He came home every night for dinner, and I told George that we are going to sue the NYPD for what you did. This is my family, my home. Don't you ever talk to any of us again. Tell them we'll sue.
Yeah, I will, Mom. Listen, I don't want you getting stressed with your blood pressure. You just try to calm down and take a nitro.
Mr. Marino, we don't mean to upset your mother, but you're a smart man. DNA doesn't lie.
So I really have a half-brother I never knew about, huh?
And he is good for this crime.
Let me walk you to your car. My mother's always thought my father was a saint, and he loved her, but he had an eye.
Okay, so what can you tell us?
Well, Ray was a good-looking guy. He had a full head of dark hair, and he was a charmer, you know? He drove the express bus into Manhattan. There's always some pretty woman or another sitting right behind him, talking to him the whole ride.
Anybody in particular that you can remember?
How long ago?
20, 25 years.
Yeah, I was around 12. I was going to 7th grade, new school. Anyway, my father took Robbie and me to this big Labor Day carnival. Mom stayed home, and we met up with this friend of his. I remember she had a lot of lipstick on. Her 5-year-old twins were with her, a boy and a girl.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do. So I was jealous. I mean, my father must have spent like $50 at this one booth trying to get the 3 balls into the basket. He finally won, and as a prize, he picks out this foam football that he knew I really wanted. He gave it to the boy twin instead. He doted on those children, in hindsight.
You think he wanted you to meet your half-siblings?
Maybe. But on the drive home, he bought us both ice creams, and he kept making us promise not to tell our mother that we ran into Stella. That was her name. Stella.
Does she have a last name?
I don't remember that, but she used to work in the museum. But she probably still does. Nobody ever leaves City Island.
Yes, my daughter Nina is 30. Why?
She has a twin brother.
No. Not anymore. We lost Nicholas in a motorcycle accident 10 years ago.
Oh, sorry.
You obviously didn't know. Same way I don't know why 2 police officers from Manhattan are asking about my Nicholas. He was the only one in that accident. Is somebody blaming him for something now?
His father came up in an investigation.
His father is also dead. 5 years ago.
So Ray Marino was the biological father of the twins?
How do you... No one knows that.
So I'll take that as a yes.
Look, it's a long story, and telling it now would only hurt a lot of innocent people.
I don't mean to pry, but did you and Ray have any other children?
No. I thought we might someday, but turns out the whole time he and I were running around behind Camille's back, he was cheating on me, too.
Did you know the other woman?
That's the part that stung the most. She was my best friend from high school, Helen.
Do you still keep in touch?
I didn't want to publicly unfriend her. She's always posting pictures of her family on my Facebook feed.
So she has kids?
Oh, yeah. The Ryan boys, 3 of them. The whole time she and Ray were running around, she was married, too. Maybe that's why they lasted.
Yes, that's my family. Why do you have this?
One of your sons may have information relevant to an investigation.
When's the last time you saw him?
I see them every weekend. They still come home for Sunday dinner with their mother. What investigation?
It's a cold case. We just got a new lead. You know this guy?
Yes, that's Ray Marino. He died about 5 years ago. My husband and I went to the funeral.
So you were close?
We were acquainted.
Mrs. Ryan, I don't mean any disrespect here, but we've been told that you and Ray were more than that.
What is going on with Ray all of a sudden? I heard they exhumed his body. Look, everybody knows everybody's business on City Island.
Well, they're not going to get anything from us. So whatever you can tell me about your relationship with Ray, I'm going to keep that confidential.
There was no relationship. I barely knew him. I do know, however, that my husband wouldn't want me or any of our sons talking to the police without him. Now, if you'll excuse me.
So what are we up to now? 4 women that Ray Marino fathered a child with?
No wonder the man died of a heart attack. And that mother, Helen Ryan, she flat out denied having an affair.
Which is exactly what people who have affairs do.
Well, she's still married? The last thing she wants is her husband finding out that one of his boys is not his.
Yeah, or more than one. They all look alike.
All right, so what do we know about the brothers?
No records, no DNA in the system.
Can we put any of them in the vicinity where Lily went missing?
Yeah, 2 of them work in Manhattan. The oldest, Dan Jr., works security at the Metropolitan. The middle kid, Gary, is a beverage distributor.
And the youngest, Mark, is a psych major. He lives in East Harlem.
Ray could have fathered one of these boys. I mean, the guy was active.
We keep hearing no one leaves City Island, that it's a closed loop. How about we get a warrant for the DNA of every male between 20 and 30?
Hello, civil liberties? There's not a judge in the county that'll sign off on that.
So we keep investigating, right? Canvass asphalt green, Lily's school, see if anybody can make an ID on the Ryan brothers, and double check security cams.
Let's just pick them up, find an excuse later.
Dad, not till we know what we're doing.
Hold up. We don't have to go to them. They go to their mother's house every Sunday.
Oh, you make me do this again? Look, I was at dinner at my mom's, all right? I had one beer and one friggin' O'Doul's.
Hey, look, Mr. Ryan, I don't like working checkpoints either, right? But you heard about that accident last week? Well, that guy had a few. Now the local moms are up in arms, so bear with me. Blow. Keep going. All right. Hey, you're right. Sober as a judge.
Told you.
All right, you have a nice night now. All right. Well, good on all three brothers. How come you had me run Gary twice?
Just to be sure. I saw ratchet ties in the back of his van.
Can we go now, please? I'm having Staten Island flashbacks.
I'll do a few more, in case anybody's watching.
Whose idea was it to get DNA off of the breathalyzers?
Mine. I figured that
You know,
way.
Finn, let's take the victory lap later, Melinda. What do we have?
The semen on Lily's thigh and the DNA under her fingernails is a straight match for Gary Ryan.
Proof. Finally.
Gary? He's on his route now.
You ever deliver around asphalt green?
Yeah, he refills the vending machines up there.
Okay, good. We need to talk to him. He may witness an accident.
Oh, well, let me give him a call.
Actually, don't. We'll talk to him. Where's his next stop?
Gary Ryan!
Police! Stop!
Look out!
I got you, you son of a bitch. Don't move. Don't move.
You're hurting me! Stop!
Hey! Don't give me an excuse. Sergeant.
All right, let's go.
Lawyer up yet?
Not yet, but we don't need a statement.
Yeah, we know it's him. We got the DNA, Lily's blood, fibers from the moving blankets, ratchet straps in the van.
Yeah, but we don't know why.
There's never a good answer to that question.
Okay, guys. Really nice work. I'll call Barba.
You know, a confession can't hurt.
It can, if it's coerced.
I'll do this by the book. Look, Lily went missing, I jumped to the wrong conclusion, and we lost a lot of time.
Dots, you can't put this on yourself.
We might have found her alive.
Lily was gone the second he pulled her into that van.
Let me hear that from him.
Okay. I'm Lieutenant Benson, Gary. I understand that you ran, so that means you must know why you're here, right?
We found your DNA on the girl, and hers in your van. How'd that happen?
She got into the van. Sat right up front next to me. I gave her a soda.
So you two knew each other?
I'd seen her outside the pool.
Something went wrong? I don't think you wanted to hurt her.
No, look, I just wanted to talk to her. I load soda machines at the complex. I see her every day. She's cute. She'd even smile at me.
You were hoping you two could be friends.
Yeah. I'd smile, ask her if she could give me a smile back.
Okay, and last week?
I asked her if she wanted a soda, a vitamin water, something.
And she did?
Look, I didn't grab her or scare her or anything. She got in all on her own.
So what happened?
I asked her if I could drop her someplace. And I tried to kiss her. I tried to kiss her and she said no. She started yelling. I thought someone would hear, so I covered her mouth and I pulled her in the back.
And what did you do in the back, Gary?
I shook her. Get her quiet. Then her head banged against the floor. She went out cold. I was scared, so I started driving fast. And after a while, I parked the van. I got out. I was gonna let her go. But it was too late.
She could have still been alive.
I don't think so. She wasn't breathing. I couldn't feel no pulse.
What did you do then?
I waited a long time till it got dark, and then I wrapped her in a blanket, and I left her there under a ramp.
Why didn't you call anyone?
It was only an accident. I knew no one would believe me. I've been sick about it ever since.
Why, Lily?
He'd seen her before.
My God. He just grabbed her, attacked her, killed her for no reason.
I wish that we had a better answer.
I am so very sorry.
Glad that one's over. That's a brutal case.
You okay, Sarge?
Yeah, I am. But the Evans and those other families, how did they come back from something like this?
We got the guy, Dodds. That's as good as it ever gets.
You gonna see Amanda?
Yeah, I thought I'd stop by.
You know what? She's been living off a takeout. How about we all go up there? I'll cook us a real meal.
I'm with that.
Me too.
Hey, Sergeant. You want to join us?
Rain check. Paperwork.
Meet you up there. Paperwork can wait.
Yeah. Lily's parents. They're never gonna get over this, are they?
Losing a child? No.
You have a kid. That's gotta make this job harder.
Yep, it does. You know, Dodds, I'm gonna tell you something that I wish somebody had told me after my first tough case. Go home. Talk to somebody you love. And don't make this job your whole life.